Good evening, I'm Gray Eubank, along with Casey Cowan. Welcome to another edition of Oregon Art Beat.
Now, one thing we pride ourselves on at Art Beat is never locking ourselves into a certain idea of what constitutes art.
Which helps explain the first story on tonight's show. A look at the hippest new dance craze to hit Portland. Well, it's actually not the dancing that's new, it's who's doing it.
Exactly. Young people are packing Portland's dance halls to go square dancing. It's true. Traditional American folk dance and the old-time music that accompanies it are enjoying a strong revival here. And there's a good reason why. It's because these young dancers and musicians have a mentor.
Bill Martin. Bill Martin, you want to hear about him? Bill, he's just a wonderful man. He's like Santa Claus all year round. This is the way I like to describe him.
Now join hands, circle south, put a little mentality, that'd be circle left. And the way back is circle to the right if it takes all night. Into the middle, scare that guy. Now face your partner, do-si-do. On to the corner, seesaw.
I'm not sure exactly how to describe square dancing other than that it's sometimes done in a square and sometimes done in a circle. Sometimes done in a line of couples. Sometimes done with people scattered all over the floor. But it's all square dancing. I got a different approach to this than like a historian or a folklorist or somebody who wants to revive square dancing. I'm not interested in reviving square dancing. My philosophy is it's a party first and a dance second.
On to the corner, seesaw. Turn your partner right hand round, corner left.
You get high as a kite doing this stuff. Well, the musicians know that already. Those guys get into a trance. They are on a natural high as a kite.
Take that one and promenade right off the floor and into a nice, soft chair. Foghorn String Band.
Along about, I don't know what, 96, 7, 8, there was this resurgence of interest in old-time fiddling, old-time music in Portland amongst young people. A lot of them are like former rock and rollers, or still are, but they really got turned on by this old-time fiddling. Got some gigs where I needed musicians, so I drafted some of these young musicians, and they just got really turned on, just the way I did. And so I thought, all right, let's have a square dance.
Nice and fast. Circle left, here we go.
When I started using these young guys for musicians, guess who they brought along to the dances? All these young people with rings in their ears and tattoos, and it was just a blast.
Promenade, promenade. Hand in the humper in the other, the sack, ladies step forward, the gents fall back, and this time, find your partner.
The dance scene here, it's definitely a younger kind of dance scene, you know, than you might find in a small town in Central Oregon or something. Lots of kids, lots of teenagers. There's a lot of young 20-somethings, a lot of families bringing kids, lots of musicians, lots of non-musicians. So it's a very vibrant, kind of happy crowd.
Promenade, promenade, take a little walk. Hand in the hummer and the other in the sack, the ladies step forward, the gents go back.
I can't imagine how big my smile must be sometimes when I'm seeing people dancing, because you just look at the whole situation.
Everybody swing your own.
I've seen callers get upset when things don't go right. Like they'll try and teach a dance that's really complicated to too big of a crowd and it falls apart. But I've seen complete chaos. And Bill just laughs. He's like, oh man, I can't believe this. But he just keeps it together. And it's just infectious.
I'll join hands on the circle south and put a little bit of chat in your mouth. That means circle left, don't you remember? I thought I explained that. And then the way back is circle to the right. Go into the middle and you come on back. Swing your partner one last time. And let's thank that band because they are mighty fine tonight. Kind of hard to stop, isn't it?
I just learned this one. It's the first tune I've learned since Simon was born. It's true. I bugged Bill Martin for a while. I said, Bill, I want to learn how to call. And he's like, I want to teach people, I want to teach people. And we talked about it for several months.
Well, Caroline Oakley, especially, was really interested in learning how to call. Swing when you meet at the head and feet, go down the middle, then you cut away to you, swing me and I'll swing you, everybody swing. And then you promenade. That's a call. It's got a rhythm. You can almost dance to that. So the call is definitely a strong part of the tradition. Come on in here now, don't be shy. And that's something I'm really interested in passing on. The lady does a little counterclockwise twirl under those joint hands. And then demonstrate it. Yeah, you go through and then do it. Turning the partner.
Are you turning your partner or your corner?
I'm turning my corner. Try it again, you guys. Oh, God, I'm sorry. I just say, gents, turn around and L-man left.
I mean, the frustrating thing to me about calling is that you can't really woodshed in your living room for 10 years and then go out and be a great square dance caller. You have to practice in front of other people. You've got to have the people doing it so you can see what works and doesn't work.
Ladies turn right, gent follow. Gents turn around and turn your corner with the left hand around. Reach to your partner.
It's one of those things that you just have to learn in the fire. And so that's what this little class does, is it gives these guys a safe place to do this. These guys made me their teacher, so they're committed. And they'll be learning. They'll be doing it.
Okay, my name is Caroline.
Thanks for being my guinea pigs once again. Okay, we need a bunch of 4-couple squares. You folks are smart because you're already there.
When you do something like calling a square dance, you're going to screw up. Your first few dances are going to be miserable. Unless you've got a really fun attitude yourself.
And then the call is, what is the call? Look at my cheat sheet here. What's the call?
For that move they just
For that move.
Take them back and lay them down.
Take them back and lay them down, and then split yourselves, go around the town. The first time I called in public, I was like, Bill, you got to stand right here in case I mess up, and he was right there, and the next time he was right there, and the third time he's like, yeah, I'll be there, and, and I turn around and he's like way off on the other side of the room, he let go and didn't tell me, but I was fine, So it's terrifying, but you just got to go for it.
All right, couple number one, waltz the hall. And down the middle with a butterfly twirl. Pick that couple up. Take them home.
It's like getting them up on the bicycle. You kind of hang on to them until, they're they're going, then you kind of let go and run along beside them, and then you let them go on down the street.
When you get back home, you want a butterfly twirl. Or else that's it. Pick them up now, take them home. Send them back now, lay them down, and separate. Go around the town. You get back home, swing, everybody swing. Swing them high and swing them low. And that's it, there ain't no more. Thank the band.
Bill Martin, he's just someone who is really, really enthusiastic about the music, has a lot of knowledge, and really wants to pass it on to the next generation, which is how, you know, that's what folk music is all about. You know, you learn it from your elders.
Not only has Caroline started to call square dances on her own, she also sings and plays guitar in the Flat Mountain Girls, a band you should definitely check out.
That looked like so much fun. I think the last time I went square dancing was in 6th grade PE class, and the only thing I remember is the boys had really sweaty palms.
Well, if you want to pick it up again, there are plenty of opportunities, Casey. Every month, Bill Martin calls a square dance at McMiniman's Kennedy School. The next dance is Thursday, May 8th. The Kennedy School is at 5736 Northeast 33rd in Portland, and the dancing starts at 7.
And if you're interested in learning more about Bill Martin, he has compiled a website devoted to square dancing and old-time music in the Northwest. It includes a list of all the coming dances. Bill's site is bubbaguitar.com.